Stampers, this is Trevis. Welcome to Video Friday. And so today we're going to do another quick Christmas card. There's not going to be any die cutting, just stamping. My biggest dilemma here is trying to decide which sentiment to use because I've got 3 sentiments that I'm tossing around, and unfortunately it's not alive, so you can't help me decide, but I'm going to show you the stamp sets. So the first stamp set I'm going to stamp with is called Golden Greenery. This stamp set is in the online exclusives. It's amazing, and I haven't used it much. I love the paper. There's designer series paper. There's vellum that goes with it. There's dies, and I thought it's time to really start honing in and making some cute cards with that. Okay, so we're going to use that. That's a 2-step stamp set, by the way. So these coordinate together. These. It's all 2-step. Okay, so we're going to do that today. I'm going to try to decide which sentiment to use. And I'm really kind of a Merry Christmas girl, but this Happy Holidays from throughout the year is, I love this font, and I'm thinking that could work on this card. So that's one option. The other option is from a stamp set that's been around a while. It's called Merriest Trees. It's this sentiment right here that says, hoping your home is filled with the spirit of the season. And I love that. So that's an option. It's not very big. It's maybe a little bit too small. I also have found in my stash this, and I do love this. And I'm thinking, well, I might just use that. I actually used this on a Stamp Fest project that we made on the little box. Okay, so I stamped it in, I think that's shaded spruce. And then I had tried to stamp it in cherry cobbler, and I was like, no, I think I like shaded spruce better. So I had this piece of trash that I was like, oh, I'll just keep that. So I could use that today. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to show you all the colors that I'm going to be using today and how I'm going to stamp this card. Okay, so I'm going to put the camera down. Let's get started. Make this a quick Christmas card. Okay, these are my 4 colors that I'm going to use today. Old Olive, Mossy Meadow, Cherry Cobbler, and Early Espresso. These just ring Christmas to me. They're so pretty together. Okay, so those are my colors I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using thick white cardstock for my base, Early Espresso for one of the layers, and then just white for the top. And that's where I'm going to do my stamping. So let's get started and see how this works. So I have a piece of 5.5 by 8.5. I scored it and folded it. So this is thick, so I scored it with my trimmer and then folded it, and that's going to be my card base. I have a piece of Early Espresso for 1 layer, and I might as well go ahead and adhere that to my card. It's 4 by, ooh, I got ink. I don't know if that's, I got glue a little low. Let's see how that works. No, it's fine. Okay, so this is 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, so we have that done. Now I have my piece, and this is 3 3/4 by 5. So it's going to layer nicely on top of my Early Espresso. Okay, so let's start stamping. I'm going to start with Old Olive, and as I said, this is a 2-step stamp set. So you're going to see me do a lot of 2-step stamping. The first stamp I'm going to use is this one, and to me this almost looks like little hearts, but it's leaves, and it's this one right here, this stamp right here. Okay, so I'm going to stamp this in Old Olive, and I'm going to stamp this off once so that I get a lighter green. Okay, and then I'm going to flip it around, and I'm going to do that again. Stamp it off. This is called Second Generation. Okay, so I get those lighter greens. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the other stamp. And this one is this one from the stamp set. It's again leaves, more leaves. So I'm going to do the same thing again. Stamp off. Stamp off. So you get that lighter green. It's such a pretty green. Okay. Then I'm going to come back and I'm going to use Mossy Meadow, which is a little bit darker green, and I'm going to do the detail part of the leaves. Okay, so I'm going to try to line this up. We'll see how this works with my video above me. Kind of important to line this up correctly. See how pretty that is? It makes those leaves come to life. It really does. Again, line it up. I love, love, love that leaf. All right, let's do the detail on the other leaf. So this part gives you the, actually gives you the stem. And some of that's going to get covered up with my sentiment, but that's okay. Okay, oh, so pretty. Why haven't I used this stamp set much? I don't know. Then I'm going to stamp with Early Espresso. And now I'm just going to use one of the stamps from the two-step stamp. Okay, I'm not going to use this part of it. I'm just going to use this part. So I'm going to use Early Espresso. I'm just going to pull in a few of these. Okay, so now we have a little dark brown in there, which makes it really pretty. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. I'm going to check this out. I'm going to see where I want to, which one of these I want to use. And this is 3 3/4 by, this is just about under an inch. This is an inch. So this is just under an inch. And if I put this in the center, like that, it's nice layering. Okay, I also cut another piece and it's a little thinner, and I put an Early Espresso behind it. So let's see how that works. Let's stamp that in Happy Holidays. Let's see how that works. This is a red rubber set, and you know how I feel about red rubber. Love it. Love, love, love it. And I think I am going to go ahead and use Cherry Cobbler on the sentiment, even though I do have the Early Espresso as the layered. I'm going to go ahead and use Cherry Cobbler. Okay, so it's going to fit on here. Oh, it's pretty cute, although it's not perfectly straight, Trevis. A little bit crooked. Let's try that again. I can line it up a little better. That's better. Okay, now you have to help me decide. Do I like that, Happy Holidays, or do I like Merry Christmas? Wow, I'm really leaning towards Merry Christmas. I just love that cursive font. But that's pretty too. Oh gosh. I think it's the Cherry Cobbler. I think it's this that makes it so pretty. I think I'm going to go with Happy Holidays, just for something different. Okay, we're going to do that. All right, so let's do some, I can always use that Merry Christmas on another card. All right, let's start some assembly here. Get my adhesive. Cover up my boo-boo. Nobody's going to know that's back there. It's kind of a wide border, but I think it's okay. I think I might pop that up with some dimensionals. Just because it does need a little dimension. Although I'm going to add an embellishment that's going to really make the card pop. Okay, so we have that. Oh yeah, I like it popped up. Okay, now let's adhere this to our card. Make sure I get it going the right way. I'm sure you've done that before too, right? Upside down. Oh gosh, nothing worse than that. Oh, look how cute that is. Okay, now, super simple. I have these, and these are called Cherry Cobbler and Pearl Adhesive Back Berries. I think that could be any longer. And I am going to add some berries. Okay, you get a lot in here. Oops, this one came off. Well, that's okay. We'll leave it off there. All right, so they have these clusters. Now, they're not, I don't think they're attached. If I'm not mistaken. Let me see. They're not attached. So, well, yes, they are. So you get the cluster, or you can do singles. And if you run out of the clusters, you can just make a cluster out of the singles. Okay, so I'm going to add that one. I'm going to add one up here. And then I'm going to add a few singles. I'm going to add 3 singles. Okay, and the reason is because I like odd numbers. Yeah, I know. You're thinking, what difference does it make? I don't know that it really matters. If you just want to add 4, go ahead. It's your choice. Okay, there is our super cute card today and super simple. You could make this a lot harder. You could make this a lot, you know, add a lot to it, but I think it's beautiful. And thanks for watching today. My name's Trevis Bossler, a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in St. Louis, Missouri. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on Tuesday. Bye.